Oops. Can you grab that?
Of course, this is how we start.
You know what?
We start.
Make and get it time.
We start messed
come
up.
To party.
Make
Guys,
it
we're
like
going to the
it
capital.
get the time to come to party.
It's time, guys. Me and Malaysia have joined. We're ready with our
Yeah.
Nerf gun to go protect the capital.
All right. Yeah, we ready, boy.
It doesn't even show the Vico thing here. You might have not even gotten all the context, but I don't know. I love the fact that the capital spot. Oh god. Hi guys. Welcome back to the pod. Welcome back to the show.
Welcome to Insert Dave here. Brought to you full Technicolor in living sound with the dulcet tones of the great Alejandra Tejeda.
It's me!
And me, your favorite. Don't ask unless you want the truth. The raspy voice, thug life, Malachi unique. You know, I'm here.
AKA baby swordfish, AKA
AKA the cold-blooded poet, AKA Malaysia, AKA the child of my parents. I definitely am. 5 people. What's up, y'all?
Go to the chat.
Go to the chat. What's in the chat? Yeah,
you might have missed our intro, but me and Malaysia are gonna go defend the capital. This is the supplies they told us we needed in the way.
We're gonna defend the capital. Yeah, you know they stole this election. Black.
We're gonna fight for our country, for our rights. This is a fraud election.
Hi, Maria. Much love. Yo, I like half made an agenda, but I didn't like really make an agenda. But I'm gonna pull up what I got.
I don't know. I laugh like a criminal.
See, here's the thing about making the agenda was I planned to make the agenda, and then there was a fucking coup attempt, and then I was like,
well. You know, we were given some of the best material to start the show, and I'm very happy about it.
That's the topic of the night was the damn coup. But I was gonna also, because because we didn't.
What's happening?
What?
It looks blurry.
It is blurry.
Okay.
Why is it blurry?
I don't know.
This is our life. Oh, okay, it's fine now. Lit. This is our life, guys. Though this is random stuff.
This is why we were first late. Is because for some reason badness kept happening. Eric said, "What porn category is this coup attempt filed under?" I would say bukkake.
yeah, just straight up, bro. Like, anyway,
straight up poop. Damn.
So
we have to start with the worst thing ever.
So yeah, because at the end of last year we did a special episode about Child 4, the documentary. We didn't do like a real proper like season finale wrap up. And 2020 was a year where that sucked. And a lot of people passed away. So I just want to like quickly talk about not everybody, just a couple people who this sounds bad, but it's people who I personally give a quart of a fuck about. So, I'm going to say Rescue Escat and Pache to Kenny Rogers, Kobe Bryant, Pop Smoke, Bill Withers, Jeanette Dubois, John Lewis, Chadwick Boseman, Irfan Khan, Little Richard, Regis Philbin, Naya Rivera, King Von, Alex Trebek. And I think I'm actually missing somebody off my list, but...
A whole lot of people died, so it's almost impossible.
But
that's a good chunk of them, though.
Yeah, but to those folks, and to folks that passed away, we lost 340,000 people to the pandemic, and we didn't need to lose anywhere near that number. We knew it was going to happen if we continued the trajectory we were going, and we did it, and and people are still not taking it seriously. People are still passing away. And yeah, so 2021 has not started off much better.
But I don't know. It kind of started off a little more fun.
It was a little fun. I mean,
6 days in, it's Three Kings Day. It said, "Hey guys, hey, do you think we should storm the Capitol today on the day they're they're doing their official, Joe Biden one day?" They said yes.
We would turn off autofocus, but literally the steps we took to get this fucking camera working in the first place don't even
we got a new camera.
And high key, I don't even think autofocus is on. I think it's living. I think this camera is just doing whatever it feels like.
We got this new fancy ass Brio Logitech, almost $200 as webcam, and at least there's not that little spot near my face. That's all I care about.
Facts. It's not that stupid little blue spot. How did it even get there? Anyway, so
do we want to just cover the rating of the building in totality?
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Oh, okay. I'll run it down from my perspective. Today, at around noonish, I was sitting down eating my leftover chicken Alfredo. I hop on Twitter, and it says some people are raiding the White House. And I say, not the White House, the Capitol. Santiago said the White House, and I said the White House. And somebody was like, it's the Capitol.
Santiago did say the White House.
Anywho, they can't see my gun. Anywho, I go and look on Twitter, my news source, and I said, oh, wait, these white people really at the door of the Capitol building, and the police are doing nothing.
They busted up in the Capitol building.
So 5 minutes later, busted up in it. They're like, except they didn't do this. They just kind of walked in.
Yeah, because nobody stopped them because the Capitol Police didn't. Like, here's the fun part about it. I don't know why people don't take people at their word. Because they said that, like, people not getting it. Like, the folks that went out there to do this shit, like, it's not just that they're, like, jerks trying to cause trouble. They, like, are living in an alternate universe, an alternate reality, where they really, truly believe the election was stolen from them. They believe that shit. And if dead ass, if you believed an election was stolen, would you not be storming in the fucking Capitol building? And because we allow disinformation and misinformation to be so pervasive in our society, we don't call it out. We
let Donald Trump lie.
We let Donald Trump lie. We let Republicans lie. The Republicans created this monster. Their base, they created that by telling them that anything that you don't like doesn't have to be true.
It's just fake news.
It's fake news. It's bullshit. They stole it. These, they're the devil. They're child molest. Like they truly believe that there's a pizza shop in Colorado where they had fucking children and they was molested. That they believe the Clintons were involved. Like that shit is it's ridiculous. They believe that. They believe 5G towers causes COVID. They believe all that stuff. Like so.
Why wouldn't you?
And when we're able to be in these bubbles where we don't have to hear it from anybody else, like, people, you get like they're just hearing constant streams of misinformation, and they're like, everybody I know loves Donald Trump, so how could he have lost, right? Like
impossible. There aren't more people. How is it possible there are more votes coming from places like Atlanta? They're stealing the election. Oh no, there aren't more people. What? More people?
I'm just like, it's like it's an amazing situation we have here, like, because and our media is especially complicit. Like they don't call out lies. They don't call out straight up fucking lies. Like you're not supposed to be unbiased. You're supposed to be biased towards the truth. The truth,
if it's false,
somebody is lying. Like when they be having, when my nigga Don Lemon be having all the motherfuckers come sit on them panels. He has the best time when it's all black people. He's messy, but when he has all those people come and somebody's clearly telling a falsehood, they're like somebody's saying something that's demonstrably true and somebody is saying something that's demonstrably false. Like. It doesn't do anybody any justice to pretend like there's some middle ground. Like if somebody's lying, bro. You don't have to put a value judgment on it, but you can say if this person is saying 80% of da 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 da, and the truth is actually 40% of da 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 da, you gotta call that out. Like that's you're lying, bro. Like so, like
no, Malaysia's fake news.
And
now it's too late. And now you've created this whole network of people that are just like everything is fake. The news is fake. They're trying to steal the election. They stole the election. We have to do what we need to do to put the country back on our own hands. This is what you get. Everybody told y'all this is going to happen. This is the worst part. Everybody probably within this Facebook chat right now said this was going to happen.
And Black people told y'all for sure. Let's talk about it. Black people knew.
Everybody was like, stuff not looking good. He won. It don't mean nothing. It doesn't mean like a grain of rice. I
think it especially amuses me because when Donald Trump first got elected, I thought that the Republican leadership recognized, I thought they understood what they were getting into, and they continue to not. I think they're finally beginning to get the fact that Donald Trump, he doesn't give a fuck. That's a dirty ass mofo. That's a street dirty thug motherfucker. He doesn't care about laws. He doesn't care about rule. He doesn't care about what makes the country look good. He doesn't care. He cares about him. And when he says he's gonna do something, take him at face value. Cause he means it for the most part. Donald Trump is he's a very transparent guy. I've said this before. He's a very transparent person. And he's gotten away with everything his whole life. So, why not be? Right?
Why not?
He really believes, he's I've broken laws my whole life. I've not paid my taxes my whole life. I've done this and that and da 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 da. And the same thing with the presidency. They're telling me no, I can't, but can't I?
And I've gotten away with everything else so far. I can't get away with just taking this election. Saying the election's
are you sure?
Fraud and just going away with it?
Are you sure I can't? Because
like Mike said, he's still got. Mike and Eric both said, it's like the first run. And it's funny because it's not really the first run. Because if you remember, the governor of Michigan, they planned a whole kidnapping attempt. And they also rolled up into Michigan. Was it Michigan?
Yeah. No, Michigan?
Wisconsin's state house.
No, it was Michigan.
They rolled up in them.
I thought you were talking about.
They rolled up in them state houses, and
so many things.
They were ready to that was their prep. They said we can roll up here, we can roll up anywhere.
Yeah, they've been rolling up in state house. They've been doing that the past couple of years.
Yeah.
So anything
goes against them. Let's pull up at the state house. Huh?
Yeah. The Republicans, I think, like I said, are finally starting to understand there's no amount of loyalty that you can have to Donald Trump that he'll eventually be loyal to you. He will not be. With the possible exception of you literally having come out of his balls as a sperm, possibly. Because I don't know, he don't like all of them. I don't know. Eric might not get he would probably fall on a fucking blade for Ivanka. But Eric, I don't know. Tiffany,
Tiffany not getting that party. I don't know. Tiffany don't look be like, do you deserve this? And she'll be like, Dad.
But
she'll be like, you're not as cute as your sister. If you were cuter, maybe you'll get pardoned.
There's nothing you can do. Look at Mike Pence, bro. He's been a dutiful bitch.
I can't believe I can't believe I really watched a bunch of white people stroll up into the Capitol building. I don't know. If you've never been to the Capitol building, I guess it doesn't put into perspective, or if you've never been to DC, but every single one of those buildings has so much security. And they were not there on a day, a regular daily basis. There's security everywhere. There's security that patrols it. There's security throughout the whole DC area that is insane because there's so much, priceless things. But they just rolled up in there. The police officers not doing nothing. The tear gas, they should have borrowed some from the BPD because I think we probably had some.
We have some
rubber bullets. I think a helicopter can probably get to DC within 45 minutes. I bet. I don't know. I was watching this SEAL team show, and they be getting real fast from places in helicopters. So I feel as though
Zoom,
military helicopter.
Wait, they didn't want to send the military for the first 3 hours. Do you forget? Donald Trump had to fight. They had to be muscled into that shit. It was a little like, this is why I said it was an actual coup attempt, because even though it wasn't a military coup, it's not a military coup yet, but like the people asked for the National Guard and the Defense Department said no at the beginning. They were saying no up until like 3:40. I know because I was literally 3:37 the last article I saw about how Trump was like, nah, I'm good. And National Guard, I'm good.
Y'all don't need that. What y'all need that for?
Those
are my American patriots. Ivanka Trump tweeted something about American patriots and she like deleted it very quickly because she was trying to tell the American patriots, like, be peaceful, go home, stop. Also,
American patriots with Confederate flags and like 13 colony flags and shit. I'm like, you're a traitor. How you gonna storm into the Capitol building with a Confederate flag? You're literally a fucking traitor. Like, what?
They were taking the American flag off and putting Donald Trump's flag. And I said, excuse me, is this the Republic of Donald J. Trump or is this the United States of America? You gotta tell me.
They're hilarious, man. It's
Nakir said they walked in there like it was a field trip. They walked in there
they
really
did. They just stormed in there, bro. They was up in the offices reading emails. And for people who are so scared of like national security, why are you reading the fucking? It's not even like good emails. It's not like you're reading CIA emails. You're reading Nancy Pelosi's emails. Who cares, bro? Like, you're not even reading. You're just getting insider trading information.
Me like, y'all better have hacked some good stuff. Except y'all never wanna, because they don't like the Julian whatever
Assange
and Snowden guys. So they don't want that information to get out. But they probably would hack it. They probably just want to see when Nancy Pelosi gets her hair done. Still.
I just like
they want that information.
Ridiculous.
They need that information.
They really, but and the best part was the Capitol, like police and security or whatever. The best part was they was like squaring up with them like it was like it was fucking St. Patty's Day in a fucking Irish bar in Boston, my nigga. Like, why you fist fight? Y'all the baton, they're swinging at people. Like what? Like what?
Me.
Y'all use guns at bruh. People every say black people. If black people came in there, they'd be beat up. If da. First of all, we not getting anywhere near in. We are shot on sight. If nigga, they would shoot us. They would shoot us with fucking sniper rifles. My name.
Actual steps. They'd be like.
First of all, the National Guard would have been there, and they would have been shooting us with sniper rifles if we tried to storm the Capitol.
That's what I deserve.
Playing with that tiki torch.
It's okay, I got it up.
If we tried to storm the Capitol, imagine.
I would like to reference back to, May or June when they had that protest here in Boston led by a group of really good youth.
FTP.
Let's remember how for that week leading up to it, a bunch of the people are like, we just need that extra police. We need the National Guard. You don't know who's doing this. White supremacists, yada, 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 yada. They had the same lead up to this. Those white people were talking about going to the Capitol. This was there was a planned event.
Same thing as they did in DC.
Like they planned for this, and y'all really but they really had no preparation for it. They said, some little Proud Boys or whatever, they'll show up, they'll pull up, and then they'll leave.
Like I said, Black Lives Matter in DC back in May or June or whenever it was, they were forcing it. Like they. Bruh, niggas came into the Capitol with guns in the Capitol building where the senators and the fucking representatives are. You know where them motherfuckers are.
Imagine having to shelter in place in the Capitol building
with all these maskless Republicans coughing on you, Ted Cruz coughing on you.
God. You see, this is where I probably would have been like, a Proud Boy got to him, because I would have beat the shit out of somebody that was maskless near me. Yo,
if all those senators are ancient. If I was Mitch McConnell, I use that dead ass looking hand. I'd be swinging on people with that fucking hand. That fucking rotting flesh.
That Lovecraft country ass hand.
Thanks. But that shit was hilarious today. Listen. Black people, y'all know we all know that shit's funny because like it's like what the fuck, like finally like y'all understand what we've been saying. Like if it realistically in history, American white supremacist terrorism was the original form of terrorism. The Ku Klux Klan was about the first terrorists. People say the IRA, it was really the Ku Klux Klan.
Also, I'm upset they didn't burn it.
I should shoot. Nah, they not that. They still love the founding fathers.
That's how I know you're not real.
Nah, they still.
Because if you really think your country's stealing an
election, wait till next week.
I'm burning down. I'm burning.
We haven't got to the inauguration yet.
Oh, that's true. Maybe they'll try and burn it down then.
We haven't got to the inauguration.
It felt flat. A coup is supposed to be.
It was very goofy. It was a goofy ass coup for a goofy ass nigga.
That's
true. For actually, it's like I think it's apt, you know.
It's
in a lot of ways.
It's very much like, obviously it's like a cult leadership type thing, but it's like when you realize the leader actually has no direction for you, and you're like, wait, but aren't we supposed to be doing this, this, and this? Aren't these the rules? Don't you say I'm supposed to storm and stand up and stand back, whatever?
And that's what I was gonna say too. The best part when he started his freaking go away speech, he was like, even though they stole the election from us, nigga.
Even though you're still inciting violence. Like
I hate
you're basically saying the reason they're there is
valid.
Wild. Like
valid.
You're saying it's cool.
Even though they stole the election from us, go home. What?
Me knocks on my head like what?
And I hope y'all don't think that he's in control of like his base, because he's not. Like not at all. And Republicans are not in control of that base at all. Fox News doesn't control it. Like they're people. Like, I mean, so like at some point, like I said, I've said it before, at some point things become untenable for folks and they cannot live like this. Like if you really feel like they feel like they're being oppressed and persecuted, which is hilarious because they're oppressing and persecuting everybody else, but whatever. And we've been oppressed and persecuted far longer, even if they were, whatever. But it's if you truly believe that, like I said, shit, y'all stormed the Capitol building too. If I really believed it, like, and they do. So it's not ending anytime soon. That's the thing.
Yo, if Twitter puts Donald Trump, I Mike put that comment about Twitter when it put him on timeout. If Twitter gives Donald Trump his account back before Malaysia, we should sue.
Twitter
I need a class
racial
action
violence
lawsuit against this.
Twitter, we do need. I bet you if somebody studied the appeal, like how they review appeals, it would be racist. I bet you they could find it. Racial discrimination. Give my account back. I didn't even say anything wrong. That's the worst part to this day.
Since when can't you call? Was it Malia?
It was Sasha, and she's the one who is Negro. Come on.
Why? Since when can't you call Sasha a Negro?
Sasha,
what?
I was defending her. Let her live. She could say nigga if she wants to.
Well, that was the capital.
That was the capital. So I guess in connection to that, we could talk about the Georgia state runoffs.
Which also probably riled them up a little more.
So, because the Democrats fucking took the Senate.
Shout out to Stacey Abrams and her organization.
Shout out to Stacey Abrams. Shout out to Raphael Warnock, because he fucking saved Ossoff. That nigga would not have won without Warnock. Warnock, if y'all don't know, he's the Reverend in Martin Luther King's church.
Something like that, yeah.
And
his mother picked cotton, which is crazy.
Know. And a minister there, so yeah, he really helped us off a lot. Like that nigga would not have won. That white man would not have won without Reverend Warnock. But okay.
Shout out to them.
And Stacey Abrams about single-handed. She about single-handedly did that.
How amazing is it to say? And this is like it's there. The evidence is there. Your people, your organizers, the people you went behind, your organization, not only helped win a presidency for a dumb motherfucker that didn't deserve it, but helped flip the Senate.
Helped elect the first Black senator in Georgia. 2 Democratic senators from Georgia.
2,
and they better have a Democratic. What they're gonna catch Kemp next time around? He thinks he's winning that. Fuck that. It's about to be a situation in Georgia. Blue state, Georgia.
Feels good, you know.
But here's the fun part about this. Here's the thing. So Chuck Schumer is gonna be Senate Majority Leader.
That's the issue.
Don't like that.
That's why I said it feel good for 1 minute, and then
Chuck Schumer is not the guy. He's very whack. And but I will say they will have to give those $2,000 checks. Because I'm pretty sure
run me my money.
They will. People will actually burn down the Capitol if they don't. If they elected those Democrats in Georgia and they don't get them checks.
Me my money.
So not even Chuck Schumer's scary ass can stop that. And Nancy Pelosi either. She passed them anyway. So
run me my money. First of all, you don't give me the $600. I want my $600. I don't care now. I don't care. Give me my $600 and then give me another $2,000.
Retroactive $2,000 from the beginning, from March, bitch.
And I don't care whatever my taxes say for 2020. I still want the money. Pass it now. Base it off my last year taxes. I still want the money, even if I make too much.
Retroactive to everybody. No, listen. Everybody should get it.
Just give me the money. Everybody
should get. It's like that article I read. Everybody should get this thing because if you don't give it to everybody, you'll miss out on people who need it. And it just like there's no reason not to. Like there's no reason not to just give it to everybody. Y'all give rich people money anyway. Like what the fuck, bro?
I'm gonna kill Nate. He said, "Damn,
you're stimulus, stimulus."
Hey, just give people the money. Sorry, I have breaking news. This random senator, newly defeated.
Kelly Loeffler. She Warnock defeated her.
Mm-hmm. She just announced she cannot object to the electoral votes for Joe Biden after what happened today. She had previously planned to object to the votes. People clap when she sat down. She did not deserve to get no claps.
Claps for not joining the fucking coup. Claps for not destroying American democracy.
Oh, also, I should say that they're back in back in Congress. It has reconvened. They're back to confirm Joe Biden as president, and now it will be even easier than it was gonna take a long time this afternoon, but they would have just done it anyways because
there's nothing else to do.
But now it's gonna go even faster because Republicans have
y'all ruined it for yourselves.
Yeah,
it's like this is like when y'all was gonna have a pizza party in 3rd grade, and then that there was like 4 kids that just kept yelling, and you told them to stop, and everybody was telling them to stop, and the teacher's like, no pizza party for anybody. You ruined it for everybody. Everybody put their heads down. And like you put your heads down. You just gotta sit there with your fucking head down. Why do they do that?
I never.
Is that like time out? Like what the fuck? Like me just
put your heads down. Me. I can't fall asleep like this. I'm very uncomfortable. And now I want to talk more than ever.
Fact.
Any noise will make me laugh.
The only time I and then they get mad at you for laughing. And then, there's always that one kid that's just like, looking at me like.
There's that one kid in the creakiest chair in the room going,
like, nah, but stop doing that to kids, bro. It's not prison. Why y'all doing lockdowns?
Lights out.
They be like, yo, lockdown, everybody get in their cells. All right, count. Nigga, what? Like, shit. I'm sick, bro. Save these people. Really a mess. Speaking of schools, though.
Oh, God.
The Chicago Public Schools was on Twitter capping. They was capping for RTs just like Joe Kennedy's wife did that time. I'm never letting it go. That's not what you can do for your country or what your country could do for you. Nah, but Chicago Public Schools was capping on Twitter talking about
telling lies about COVID, how COVID can be passed in a school. They're like, no, it's not that deep.
They say, that's not a common way of passing it. That doesn't really happen. And then people ask for sources. One of the sources they shared showed a graph that showed that school transmission is the most common way of transmission. I'll fucking kill y'all. What the fuck? Like, people are sick. It's like
I just want to know, do you guys understand how gross children are, even till the age of 18? How much saliva, how much like spit, how closely kids get to each other every single day?
Hey, listen, I like y'all. People be, a lot of people are saying it today with the cool. People be talking about third world countries and shit. I feel like this is just like a third world country to have like the public school system straight up, during a pandemic, straight up say like, oh no, you can come back, like
it's fine,
even though like it's a viral
pay your
pandemic.
School fees, guys,
pass through the air.
Pay your school fees so that you can come back, okay?
And school windows don't open, and in Chicago.
Hey, if you need to come back to school because we think you just need to come back because we don't want you on school Zoom no more, and we think that the best way to kill you and your parents,
I'm like,
is
bruh,
to for you to come back.
Well, nothing we can, they get us, they gonna get us.
There.
It's all right.
I tweeted worse.
Massive. Okay, so no, there's something else I was gonna say.
Children are disgusting.
That was not. That was not
public schools.
Yeah, they some straight up lies. We're living in fucking slum cities. Like this shit is crazy.
Yes, Mike. In certain cities, we do meet the qualifiers for a third world country.
Yeah, we do.
But Kentucky is a great example.
Kentucky,
where most of the people are pretty much the poorest people in the country.
Literally, Mitch McConnell, the person who doesn't want to give anybody money, all his constituents are on welfare.
Dirt poor on different types
and I really mean all of his constituents, because Kentucky is the state with the highest welfare.
They pay like their teachers like on average like $50,000 no matter their form of education, and teachers are like having 2 and 3 jobs and on welfare.
That was the other thing about like the election of Warnock and Ossoff. They're supposed to be passing minimum wage, like higher minimum wage, $15 minimum wage, in Georgia and nationally. So if they pass that minimum wage, that's it's like $7 still, and not federal minimum wage, and that will like drastically affect people's lives in terms of like, so, and it's still not enough because $15 an hour is only like $30,000 a year. So, but
whatever,
it's better than $15,000 a year. So there's that. Also, there's I guess they're finally having a committee shit to consider changing the Massachusetts like sigil flag shit that tomahawk and
very
naked
racist and
Indian
facts.
Like,
it's amazing how so many of those racist symbols have gotten like through on flags and hockey jerseys and freaking logos. Like there's no need. Y'all already stole their land, the name. Now y'all want to like misrepresent their people too for like ever?
Yeah.
Sounds bad. Change it. Make something better.
Question: If you guys, I forgot to tell people. If you guys have any questions, like you can definitely just throw them in the chat. Like we'll answer whatever.
Unless they're wild, then I'm gonna look at you like this. Because you would have known that I read it, and then I'd be like,
and you'll know I'm looking specifically at you. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, there were some other things that I was gonna talk about here. What were they?
Wow, I feel like there was so much to talk about.
There
was. It was gone in a flash because of
Cool.
The cool. I'm sorry. My brain still cannot.
Joe Biden cracking me up talking about this is not America. Yes, it is.
He came out there and you could tell he wasn't prepared to talk that day. Like he was like, okay, I'm confused. He was like, he was us looking at the news like, why is this happening right now?
It's like, what's wrong with you?
So there's a question about how this started because they're not from the US and they don't really understand. How this started? Well, it all started in 1492 when Columbus sailed the ocean wide blue, whatever it is.
The ocean blue. You don't gotta add wide.
I always add wide. I don't know why.
Okay. Well, on how did it start? That's hard. But Donald Trump has been stoking the flames of right wing, of conservative folks in this country, right wing
campaign,
white supremacist people in this country, and we just had the last election, and he didn't win, and because his supporters are so entrenched in right wing propaganda and fake news, they think he did win, and so they stormed the Capitol because they thought the election was stolen, and
it is what it is, man.
Makes sense in their brains, I guess.
Makes sense, but they don't make no damn
I'm
sense.
dying at Mitch McConnell. He really thought he was gonna be cruising in that speakership. He thought he was gonna be blocking. You tried it, ho.
My brain just put together somebody we missed on the rest in peace list. It was the local
Oh my. Listen, pause the show right fucking now.
No, don't make me laugh.
Pause the show right now. This is this was so fucking sudden. I don't even know actually how to fully pronounce her name. Irvine.
I was guessing Irvine, because I've never heard it the other way, but
Irvine.
Also because we only knew her through Facebook, which
is wild and unfortunate. Maybe met her once in person, but
facts. Irvine
didn't know her. Goldson, prolific organizer here in the Boston area.
Facts.
Cambridge. She lived in Cambridge, and she passed away. I don't know exactly when, but I know like a lot of folks heard about it like last week.
She just passed away very like suddenly. Like a bunch of people had like spoken to her like the week before, had plans for the New Year's, and she passed away, which was like, it was a big tragedy for a lot of people within our city. Like our Facebooks were both full of people kind of mourning and kind of talking about how great of an organizer, of a person she was for our community. She did a lot of work around like safe sex and sexual health and reproductive health. And if you don't know, like always, Black women and Black people are like the number one people behind educating our community and other communities about like reproductive health. And just losing people like that is always mad rough.
She was a mentor to a lot of people, a lot of people's friend, and a very like
she dedicated. Even like shared like a bunch of our stuff all the time. Yeah, like she was always just like,
she was very supportive. Like I said, we didn't even, like I said, we might have met her like once in person. We didn't even know her very well, but it was really like, it was like sad and shocking and like, what the fuck?
It was like jarring. Is that the right word? Yeah, jarring. It was like to like
hear
see
that she passed away.
Yeah,
like
it was crazy.
And I definitely wanted to take that space real quick to just say her name and
honor her memory.
Yeah, because the type of work that she did lifts people like us up and helps us, makes us able to do this work. Without people like her, we wouldn't be able to be here talking our shit, being wild and shit like this.
I think there were so many people on my Facebook that were talking about how much of an impact she had on their lives by being a supportive person, by just showing up to their events, handing out condoms, giving out things like that it was hard for them. So giving honor to her as she, becomes an ancestor, as they say.
Yeah, that's
very sad.
Yeah, it's whack. OD whack, man.
OD whack.
It is, man. Like, because it's just like, because every time 2020 was so rude, and like every time like this whole year and things going on has just been so. Every time you're like, all right, what else? Come on, what else? Something else. But,
I think Mike said, was it Mike that said that this is his wife said it's season 2.
Yes, season 2.
Somebody said it's a 2020 deluxe version, and this is kind of how it feels. Like the year entered very weirdly. Like the vibes were just strange, and so it's just it's sad. It's a sad way to leave the year, but I guess we should always carry when people like that pass in our community is that we all have room to be like Irvine. We all have room to be like her. we all have room to be an activist, an organizer, a person that makes change within your community, even if it's like very small, even if it's like liking one of our videos, even if it's donating like $5 to like a candidate you really like, or a mutual aid fund, or one of the community fridge, right? Like, there are so many ways that you can help.
Giving people coats,
giving people condoms, giving people like there's access to
this is the type of organizing that won the state of Georgia. Like, this is the type of organizing that Black people do, that we've been doing for decades, on the ground, talking to people, building relational organizing. That's all us, bro. Like, nobody does it like us, and nobody has ever done it like us. That's why, like, you know, that's why we even got to this point. And that culture, you know, has to live on. Like, people, it's always our time, you know, it's always our time to be doing something. Young.
To transfer over to another topic, Dr. Dre tried to die from a brain aneurysm. Unfortunate for him.
Didn't he probably damn near gave somebody a brain aneurysm punching him in the head before.
This is why, you know, it was very interesting because of how many, like, we lost Kobe, Chadwick, Little Richard,
Bill Withers,
all of these very famous and like
John Lewis,
famous and, you know, prolific people within our culture. And Dr. Dre got that brain aneurysm. I think like 3 people were like, you know, pray for Dr. Dre. Everybody else was like, you know, like, we hope he lives. But
he so beats the Apple.
Beat that woman. So
he so beats the Apple, and they had that terrible AAV commercial. Did you see that?
The Flo Milli?
Yes,
that one.
Yes, the Flo. Yes.
Her dancing in front of the Confederate statue.
Yes.
Yo, Flo Milli, I'm mad that they had you do that. So, your agent fucked you up there. They said, let's give you a Beats commercial. You lit. Like, when you get a Beats commercial, like, everybody remembers the first round of celebrity.
Remember when the Beats pill used to be in every music video?
Every music video. Every Nicki Minaj music video, there was a Beats pill.
Yes.
Homegirl got a nice little Beats ad. They had her just do a little, I don't know, a little clap back towards the Confederate statue.
They say, what did they say? Clap back? Something. It didn't even make sense. That was like, my brain like couldn't fathom what was being said. It wasn't in a language I understood. But yeah, you know.
What else? Oh, BPD, per usual, defund BPD, as that video came out about a week or two ago.
Newton.
Oh yes, it was a white man. Did you know that? They said it was a black man at first. And
yeah,
it was a white man.
I heard it was a white man at first, and I saw it was a black man, and so I was like, wow.
Misinformation, man. You know,
y'all be playing.
But anyway, what was I saying? Oh, BPD. Yes, the video came out showing that on the night of the protest that we talked about like 20 minutes ago in June. I can't remember if it was May or June. On the day of that protest that ended. It had ended already when like the violence and other random stuff happened.
Yeah,
but
we were there.
We were there. That's how we know, because it was done and we were going home, and then suddenly it was. But it was revealed that kind of this one police officer was talking about how he to another police officer who had a body cam, which he didn't notice until it was too late. May 31st, June 1st. Okay, thank you, Nate. He was talking shit about how he was like ramming into people with his car. He was hitting people. And right after that day, every politician was all on that. You know, the police officers did such a good thing last night. They were injured.
Right.
Protesters, you know, they can't be doing this violent stuff. We have to have peaceful protests. And you're just finding out that, well, we're not finding out.
I'm about to say, you know what's funny? Didn't that video come out like
there were like right I think there were like 2 different videos of it.
Yeah, didn't somebody else have it? Like somebody had a side video of him saying that something. Yes. Because I saw him saying that before it just came out a couple weeks ago.
I think it was the fact that it was the body cam that showed it, that he was like, wow, that people were like, because you know, people don't believe it when they see it from people that are just like.
He's like, my thing's on.
It. He said, my thing's on, homie. You can't be. Watch it.
Then he ran away. That's how you know.
Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth, Maribel. Watch your mouth.
Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth, Maribel. Watch your mouth. Too bad King's not here. Watch your mouth, Maribel.
Nah, but an inside joke about my grandmother and her boyfriend when he tells her when she says wild stuff.
A lot. She says wild stuff a lot. in public all the time.
Yep.
In multiple languages.
Yep.
But yeah, you know, I thought there was another like piece of local news that I wanted to bring up. Wasn't there something about like?
Please, I'm searching. I don't know why I didn't write anything down.
Wasn't there something about like?
Oh, Kim Janey. That was important for if you hadn't noticed. So there's an election coming up, and with Joe Biden taking his presidency, there's a likelihood that Marty Walsh will be accepted into the cabinet. With that being said, that makes Kim Janey the mayor of Boston. And with that being said, rarely do people that are put in the position of like mayor like that give up their seat. They usually run for it. Like if Kim Janey is given this position, the likelihood that she does not run for mayor is low.
Very low.
Because it just doesn't make sense. It's a perfect opportunity. She already was the city council president.
And that's why it was real interesting, like when Andrea wasn't council president anymore, because Andrea was back in like 2015, 2016, even probably up to like 2018 or so, 2017, 2018. Like Andrea was like the only person people had in their heads for the next mayor of Boston. The only name in people's mouth. And then, you know, like obviously Michelle, who really moved up, and then Kim Janey became council president. So if Marty Walsh ends up in the cabinet, he does not deserve. But I don't know. I don't even know which is worse, to be honest.
He don't deserve it, but I want him so badly gone.
I want him out of Boston so bad, like because the mayor of Boston just has way too much power as it is. But like, I really don't want him as labor secretary. Like, I really don't want him as labor secretary. Like, I would. Oh my god! Like, please, I don't want that at all. Like, that would be quite not useful. Oh, that was the other thing about the Senate too. Because Bernie Sanders has seniority, so he should technically become the chairman of the budget committee. Mm-hmm. You think that's gonna happen?
No.
Because that would be fucking wild. Like, there's no way. I mean, Bernie Sanders he's a very popular politician, so doubt it. There's no way they're making him budget chairman. No way.
It'd be these things happening are also like crazy. Because one thing is, had Georgia not flipped the Senate, the likelihood of Marty Walsh being approved? What's the right word? Confirmed, yes. The likelihood of him being confirmed was interesting, because some Republicans, like they were going to do today, are just contrarian to be contrarian because that's what their base wants. So they were going to not confirm him because of
they do all the time, literally anything the Democrats propose. But
so now it might be a different story, and it's interesting. I don't know. If you take Marty, it creates a whole nother issue, because Kim Janey should also not be in her current seat and is not a representative of what we want as a new mayor. She'd basically just be like another Marty Walsh.
Kim Janey, what I'll say for sure about Kim Janey is that she would definitely not be trying to decentralize power in the city of Boston from the executive branch. And that is not even any shade, but come on, we know. Everybody knows that. No disrespect to Kim Janey, but she would not be trying to change that city charter. That's what I know.
And that's what we're looking for.
And that's the tea about that.
We're looking for a mayor that's ready to be like, city charter, changing it. School committee board, changing it.
Change that.
Defunding the police, maybe. Because them bitches they like to say yes, and then suddenly when shit hits the fan, are you really a fan? No.
But yeah. Yep.
I guess a COVID recap. We haven't done one in a while because we've been gone so long. Within the month that we were gone, are you guys ready? You're ready. a new COVID strain came out, which we've been kind of waiting for.
Yeah, the UK virus.
The UK virus. Okay, Bill Cosby.
I was trying to think of something stupid like they would say. It's gonna be like being like the beans and toast flu. Like
the fish and chips flu.
Right.
But okay, a new Roni appeared. ICU beds across the country are filling up again.
A lot of them are at 100% capacity, and
people don't care.
And just so y'all, like, just not y'all, because y'all understand, but just so like other folks, if they come across this, understand, if the ICU is full, even if you don't have COVID, they can't fucking help you because it's full. If you have a heart attack, not COVID, you still can't come in because the ICU will be full. So if you don't want to die, we should maybe try to contain this virus a little bit.
Me and you are probably some of the worst self-promoters that exist on this whole entire planet. Do you want to know why, Malaysia?
Mm.
Because we have two things we have to promote tonight. First,
oh yeah, we forgot. Oh my god, we're always trying to get you guys' news. So like,
we too hype. We coming in here hot. We don't even.
And you know what the real problem is, that our green screen didn't work.
The green screen didn't work. The camera didn't work.
The camera didn't work.
The internet didn't work.
The internet was playing. Our video that we wanted to do, y'all couldn't see it.
Y'all
work.
so lucky y'all didn't have to watch the 8-minute virtual tour of the Capitol building that we wanted to play behind us. Because I really wanted to look like me and Malaysia were storming the Capitol too.
It was gonna be funny and y'all was gonna love it, but whatever.
Whatever.
So we have several things to promote though.
God, where does one start? Oh, we start with our book club. Obvious Nonsense Reads, our monthly book club. We announced it on the 1st of January. Also, happy Independence Day to my Haitians. You freed everybody. Because of you, we are free. Because of you, we are here.
Yep.
Shout
Black Liberation, AT.
But we started Obvious Nonsense Read, which is a monthly book club where we'll be reading 2 books a month. 2. One is a regular like adult form book, I guess. And then one is like a young adults children's book, all written by Black authors. A bunch of children's books. Don't be having freaking Black illustrators, even though they exist, and that be making me mad.
Right, they exist.
Me and Malaysia had to look mad hard to find books like that.
Yeah.
But
yeah, facts. It's very hard to find picture books that are illustrated by Black people as well as written. So hire Black illustrators, y'all.
Facts. You want to announce our 2 books?
So our 2 books for this year, I wish I could show you either of them because I own them both, but they are not accessible right now
at the moment.
Well, our 2 books. Well, our first book is Jazz by Toni Morrison. Great book, and we'll be reading that with y'all. Y'all better start because it's already January 6th.
Yep.
And our other book for it doesn't have to be for young adults. It could be for adults too. If you want to read the young adult book, it's cool. You
can read both if you got time, man.
It's The Watsons Go to Birmingham by Christopher Paul Curtis.
It also has a movie.
A terrible television movie.
I hope we could watch together, or we could watch. Maybe we could schedule another time and watch it together. Because me and Malaysia enjoy watching it yearly. And although we already watched it pretty recently, like within the past 6 months. So
no, we didn't.
We didn't?
No,
I swear we did. What did we watch?
We never even showed Kate.
Oh. Well, okay, never mind. So we can watch The Watsons Go to Birmingham too. But Victoria said, can you explain the different membership levels? Yes, I can. So our basic membership is $3 a month. We would do cheaper, but Patreon wouldn't let us on. That's what I'm going to tell you. Is that I would have given it to you cheaper because I want y'all to read with us. And y'all can still read the monthly books. Y'all just can't join the club.
You can't be
in the party. A part of our monthly meeting, which is what the $3 will go for. We're going to have a monthly meeting on, I think this month's will be on what's this month? This month is weird. Probably the 30th, which is the last Saturday of the month. So the 30th we'll have our monthly meeting. So we'll probably keep the trend of having the 30th that Saturday at like 6:30 or 7. I can't remember the time we already set, but that's when we'll have like our monthly meeting and we'll discuss the books, discuss what we liked about them, what we didn't like about them, things we might have missed, because there's always something you miss when you read a book, especially like starting with Toni Morrison. There's so much you can miss
a lot of imagery,
because of the way she writes. And I would say with her books, and I had a hard time with the first one, is that with the first like couple pages, you'll be like, okay, what the fuck, kind of. And then when you start reading, you're like, oh, what the fuck? This is crazy. This is amazing. So that's kind of what it is. So the three tiers. So we have like a $3, a $5, a $10. And then if you want to give more, you can give more. So the $10 where you kind of become a VIP. We're going to have a bookmark come out for $10 members. Probably other cool little stuff that like helps you kind of read. Maybe a little book light. Maybe a little random stuff. Maybe I can finesse some Audible credits if you don't want to read it, but you want to read it. Finesse you some links.
If you don't want to read it, some links.
If you don't want to,
if you like
say full price,
and you like them for the low,
we could figure that out too.
Yeah, you know.
So that's our kind of VIP level.
We got it.
And there'll be more things for VIP members as the times go on. But right now, our VIP guest members will get a bookmark within like the next month or so, and that's cool. Probably get different ones throughout the year too, because the seasons we can probably create seasonal
bookmarks. That's really, obviously that's a lot to support us. Like the $3 is the reasonable one. But if you want to support Obvious Nonsense and be gang,
you can give us $5 or $10.
You give us $5 or $10 a month, or $15 if you fancy. But
that's our that's Obvious Nonsense Reads, a cool monthly book club. We'll read cool books.
Also, probably for the young adult book, we might do more in depth like videos to watch. Between.
We're hoping this can be something that like you can just read by yourself. Maybe like I never read The Watsons Go to Birmingham in school, or just like it was never presented to me as a book. So it's gonna be fun for me to read now. Even if you don't finish it and you just get halfway through a book, it's better than not reading anything. I think a lot of us, like the average for like an American to read books is very low. It's like 5 or 4 books a year. That's like the average books people read. So this is just a kind of a way to kind of restart your brain into reading more. We're all on these damn computers so goddamn much. Yeah. We're like not reading enough, but we're watching too much videos or doing too much this and this of what we shouldn't do. And this is a way for us to kind of connect in a different way. And hopefully within the next year or so, we can go back and we can start having like in-person meetings.
Book clubs, that would be lit.
Where we could drink tea and talk about books.
Yeah. And, it's also a great way to highlight Black authors and Black art, especially for younger folks. I mean, because I think like, I was a reader when I was younger. So there are a lot of books I know, like some of them are whack. And too long, and some of them are good. So I'm gonna send you out the good ones.
I think it's just fun because when I was young, nobody really presented like a lot of Black written books to me besides the like random ones that were in BLA. Those are the only books that were like given to us, and it wasn't until like I explored my own like wants of what I wanted to read and things like that I was presented these books. And there's like a Black author for legitimately every single genre, every single like thing you want to read. There is a Black written book. So why not have a book club only reading books by Black people?
Yeah.
And we'll have fun.
Yeah.
And then we have more news. February 7th, which is my birthday, a very important day in society.
24th birthday. Your brain better be developed soon. Fully developed. Oh my goodness. I won't
have anything to blame
your terrible behavior on. You won't have any more excuse.
I can't excuse my behavior on my prefrontal cortex, whatever shit, not being fully developed. Oh God. Anywho, on my birthday will be the second Beanbox lunch.
OMG.
It will be more focused on things that I like because it's my birthday month. And then on Malaysia's birthday, which will be our third launch, we'll probably launch it a little earlier because there's a bunch of mofos in May that have birthdays. And that's what it's going to be. But it's going to be some of our favorite things. So February 7th.
These are like Oprah. These are a few
facts. Oprah's favorite things. This is Obvious Nonsense favorite things in a box.
In the bean box.
In the bean box, because most of these products are from people.
In the bean. Woo woo.
So February 7th at 12 p.m. Be on the lookout for the second drop. There'll be sneak peeks coming soon.
And if you're subscribed to our email list.
Yeah, if you subscribe to our email list, they be getting like special things, special codes. Like...
Oh, Nate can't read. That's interesting, Nate.
You
can't read. Very interesting. From
that's
the
Nate's
guy.
book club, I think.
From
I can't read.
From the guy,
Who be reading.
Okay, Nate. But what would you do now? You must bust all those years,
then you better bust out one of these books and start going one word.
You better
dictionary.
You better get on Audible and do like listen and
read. Go be like me in Title 1 in first grade, having to follow along with whatever the little owl said or whatever I was reading. I won't be reading weird stuff, but I can read kind of now. So I don't know. We'll see. So the Beanbox, Obvious Nonsense reads. There's so much coming.
And there's a lot coming down the pipeline 2021. Y'all gonna be like, oh my goodness, I can't believe you guys are doing this finally. And we're gonna be like, you're right. There's a lot, there's gonna be mad things that y'all say that. And I'm gonna be like, shut up. My news gonna say that.
Can't wait for you to see. Is there anything else for us to discuss?
Nah, we're exactly at an hour pretty much. So it's the power.
Next week, the Tiki Torch will be gone. I won't be a Proud Boy next. Sorry. The Proud Boy leader got arrested for like vandalism or whatever.
Can we talk about that op girl on Twitter talking about homegirl said, please.
She said the recent girl now, the op, where she
yes.
was like, can all the black organizers can you tag all the black organizers? No. I would like 2021 to be a year where black organizers do not put their lives at risk for stupid reasons.
Why on earth would black... She's like, yeah, she deleted the tweet now because everybody was like, up. And also, what? But she's like, yeah, I'm going down to DC. Everybody tag all their black organizers, activists, black militias, da-da-da-da-da. Let's come out in power and unity. No. Those white people just going crazy. What you talking about, bro? We don't need to be out there for what? That's their business. That's not our business.
For who?
That's their business. It's not our business.
What am I doing? What are we doing defending a Capitol building that has passed legislation that has legit put more harm on our community than anything else?
That's their business, bro. That's their building. That's their business.
That's nothing on me.
That's not my business. Okay, listen. I voted. That's my business.
I was, hoping there'd be a little fire, but that's just because I still think that the White House should be burnt down again.
Like
something
the British
about it
did that time.
Just appeals so heavily to me. Of like that aspect, mainly because also I like those movies where White House has fallen.
Olympus Has Fallen. My mom was just saying how she just watched Olympus Has Fallen and Angel Has Fallen.
Recently watched those movies or a movie like that because on Twitter everybody was like, Olympus Has Fallen is coming through, and I was like,
no, it's not, because they didn't get to the White House.
I want you guys to know that
is it the White House, Olympus?
If a bunch of people storm something, you can typically storm something, like if a lot of you come and overpower people.
Yeah, that's the thing. This is something I hope you guys
win.
I hope a lot of people are learning from this.
If like you gather together and strike per se, if you gather together and just go steal from Walmart. I'm not saying you should. We
would never suggest criminal behavior like that. Ever.
I don't condone criminal behavior. Me, never. Me never.
No, but yeah. Anyway. But yeah, no, things coming down the pipeline. We'll be back next week and we'll actually have our proper fancy things, probably.
Like we might have new mics or something. Like we'll have that mic set up maybe. 2021 started off weird.
It did. It was a very strange situation.
I waited like 3 hours for Chinese food. That's how you know the year started off weird.
You did. That was whack. But yeah, all right, guys.
That's all we got. I waited that long. Hi, episode 22.
Episode 22, season 2, episode 1.
Episode 1, but actually episode 22 because we haven't figured out the best method
of numbering
talk shows,
them.
like Malaysia said before you guys were even watching us, talk shows just continue going on to like the 400s and like random numbers, but
Yeah, we'll do that, bro.
It's episode 22, man.
Next week will be episode 23, the second episode of season 2.